Khorry Ramey, and I live in Kirkwood, Missouri. Kevin Johnson is my father. So I was able to meet my uncle. I have pictures with him. I didn't really know him that well because I was so young. From what I've heard, from the stories that I've heard, he was really energetic. He was nice, and he just loved everyone and was always there for everyone. So my uncle, he was, I believe, 12 when he died. He was born with a heart condition that was really bad, and one day he began to have seizures, and instead of police helping him, they kind of just stepped over him and continued to look for my dad because I believe my dad had a warrant. And instead of helping my uncle and providing the right medical attention that they should have been providing to him, they kind of just let him die, and they wouldn't let my grandma get to him at all. My dad feel like it's his fault because the whole point was the police were there for a warrant for my dad. So, and then my dad, he's now on death row, and he got his execution date. I would like people to know that my dad is not a bad person. He's a kind person. He's really caring, and he's a good father, even though he's behind bars, and he tries his best to be a part of my life as much as he can. I would like people to know that it's a struggle. It's really hard, especially trying to stay strong, stay positive, and think positive. It's been really hard for me, especially being pregnant. I'm really emotional, and it's just like the wrong time for everything. And I find myself crying a lot and getting just like really sad. So I plan to take my son to visit my dad as soon as possible. I really want him to meet him, and he wants to meet him too. My grandma's having a hard time with this. She lost a son that day, and she could possibly lose another son. So it's affected her really bad. Like, she doesn't want to talk about it because it's just so hurtful to her. My family members, they're all having a hard time with this. And my dad himself is having a hard time with this. So it's just a lot for my family. I feel like people are inconsiderate of how we feel, and they just say whatever, and they don't really like know my dad or know me enough to, kind of say what they say, bringing up stuff that doesn't matter, and like bringing up my personal life, and things that can be really emotional for me. I don't like and don't appreciate how people bring my mom's situation into like the conversation when they're talking about what's going on with my dad. Like, isn't she the girl who mom was killed at a young age, and like didn't her mom have her at a young age? And saying stuff like that, and just kind of bringing her into that situation, because that's already a hard topic by itself. So I just want people to be considerate of how I feel when they're making comments. With everything going on, I feel like I'm more sympathetic towards others. Like, if they have a loved one behind bars or anything that I see, I'm just like how both sides of their stories are, because most of the time it's just one story told, and it's like how people want you to see that person. It's not really how it always is. So it's just more open to others, and like trying to understand the whole thing.